Jayson?
Yeah, the plan. Jayson went through some 3-on-3 before shoot-around. Did shoot-around, feels good. He'll play tonight, but we'll be on a minutes restriction.
Where are you as far as the team that you want to be? Are you any closer?
I don't know. I think we've had some good moments. We've had some moments that we could have played a little bit better, but overall we've been good. And I'm looking forward to having more bodies available as we continue to move forward. Enes still is out tonight, but hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later. And hopefully we can get a stretch here, a few weeks before the All-Star break where we can better assess our form.
Brad, when you first came to the NBA, how much did you expect the zone defense to become part of the game as much as it has?
Yeah, it's interesting. We spent more time on zone offense than ever before in training camp because we thought that this was going to be the year that started to take off with the number of three-point shooting teams and the people on the floor. The old theory would be that sometimes the zone's going to give up those looks, but now I think that's the way that you can stay in your general areas and be and challenge shooters. I understand why people are playing more of it, and so it's you're definitely seeing. I mean, it's probably, I don't know what the numbers would say, but it's got to be 5 times what it was when we first got here in 2013.
Does the principle go more along the lines of a matchup train?
I mean, every zone I think in the NBA is a matchup zone with the 3-second defensive 3 seconds rule, and once people start cutting and moving along the baseline, a lot of zones match up to man, even if they don't call it that. But bottom line is, there's a bunch of different looks. We've seen everything from 2-2-1s, 1-2-2s full court to a little bit of a half court 1-3-1 look the other day against Miami to some 2-3 to 3-2 that Toronto plays. You see a lot of different zones for sure.
Now, with the veins and with the injury issues you've had up front, how important has it been for Daniel Tice this kind of making new changes with us?
He's been great, and really reliable, and every night he gives you a good scoring threat, both at the rim and in the seams on rolls, can pop and shoot it a little bit, and then defensively is great with his ball pressure, and there's always going to be some bigs in there that are tough because of the rebounding and post-ups, but one of the things that keys our ball pressure is him. He's out there picking up bigs that are, teams trying to play through in those 5-out looks, and he can put guys on their heels with his speed, and that's been a big part of our team.
You mentioned 2013 when you first came. How has the game evolved? I guess it's not the same thing.
That's one of the things about the NBA that I think is so fun is that it's totally different really every year, but there's always major tweaks that go along, and then those things are really successful. A lot of people do them, and it's just kind of the way that it goes. But it keeps you on your toes. That's for sure. It's definitely ever evolving.
Brad, the All-Star reserves get announced tonight. Both Jalen and Jayson could possibly be picked. What has it been like this year to see them kind of take their games up a notch?
Yeah, they're both very deserving. We don't know how it's going to shake itself out, but we've said all along the most important thing is not to be named an All-Star, to be playing like one. Both of them are playing like one. Both of them have had great years. So whatever happens tonight, whether they make it, whether they don't, has no impact on how good they've been for us or the way that we think of them.
Was that another tribute for Kobe right before the game? Does that help in the healing? Does it make it more difficult to be reminded?
Well, I don't know that anything that, I think everybody's going to heal and grieve in their own timelines and in their own ways. But I think the tributes and the people taking a moment to reflect is always, the thing to do. And so I'm glad we're doing that. I think it's great. I said the other day that, Boston fans are super passionate about their teams. They love their teams. But I think this is a great example of the amount of respect for brought to basketball in this area because of the great battles that we had against each other.
Coach, how have your guys been impacted by the death of Kobe Bryant? I'm sure a lot of these guys had his poster up on their walls.
Yeah, I said this, a couple hours after he passed, or when we found out. For this generation, he was their Jordan, and he continued to give back to the game. He continued to give back to the young players in the game. He was great about creating a relationship with guys and helping them, and I think that's the cool part of it, is that he was not only an idol, but he was in a lot of ways to a lot of these guys an accessible idol, and so yeah. They were obviously, everybody's been very proud.
Actually, how is Javante?
Javante's fine. He's going to be available tonight. Thanks.
Thank you, Brad.
Yep.